Hi guys, I'm going to show you how I do my butterfly locks. This is a crochet method that I find useful for me. I'm not a big fan of crochets because it requires a lot of hair in the front. I have a small face, so it just does not work. I usually wear my locks half up, half down like you've seen in the intro. So this method really works because I don't have to put too much hair in the front. I'm going to use my homemade shea butter moisturizer that I use for my braids and jam. That's it for this hairstyle. I went ahead and sectioned the front part of my hair because that's going to be the most important part. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to go in and part in sections. So kind of like I'm getting ready to cornrow it. However, we're going to section it off like we're doing single braids and kind of connect them together like a chain. So I'm putting my moisturizer on here. I like to do that for all my braids just so that I can lock in moisture and my hair doesn't dry out when it's in braids. I don't normally keep my braids in that long, but it just helps for me to know that my hair is being moisturized or safe. Especially because I washed it and blow dried it, and I don't want it to dry out, especially with type 4 hair. I'm putting the jam around the block just so that it can look tight, and I'm going to braid it like I'm doing a plait. I am not cornrowing this, I'm just braiding a plait, and I'm making sure that I braid that plait very tight. Because you want it to kind of look like, give that single braid effect. Alright, and then I'm going to connect the two. So I'm just going to braid that one, and I'm going to connect the front braid with the back braid. And this method actually really helps. You could go all the way back if you don't know how to cornrow. Also, I want to point out, you don't have to do your boxes as big as I do it. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I don't like a lot of hair in the front because I have a small face and it just looks really, really bulky. So I'm going to make sure my parts are bigger. You don't have to. You can make them smaller. And as you guys can see, I am making sure that all around this braid is flat because you want it to not, because sometimes if you don't make it flat around, it'll be bumpy and it won't lay flat when you are connecting it to the other braid. So that's how you kind of want it to look. braided the back of my hair off camera, but here's the back. And this is the Crochet Locs that I use. It's by Femi Collection. Alright, so because this hair is very thick, it's very hard to pull the hair through like you would do a normal crochet. So the loop is actually going to stop where the lock begins, and you're going to have to push the hair through. You cannot use your lash hook because the hook on the latch is a lot smaller than the actual lock, so you have to use your fingers. I also want to point out that I am doing my needle going this way just because I want the hair to lay flat, and when I pull it up, I don't like bulky hair in the front. Guys, my face is very small. I don't have a forehead, so I can't have so much hair. Like, it has to lay flat. Alright, so here you're going to see the hair stop when I try to pull the loop in. So this is what I was talking about. It actually stops. So that's how thick the lock is. So you kind of just got to stick it in like you would stick needle through a thread. Thread through a needle, I mean. Alright, I finished the rest off camera, but I'm going to go ahead and start the back. I did the back the same way. You still got to use your fingers. When you are catching the braid, catch a piece of the hair. You can't do the whole braid. The locks are too thick to do that. So I kind of just did like a little piece of the braid instead of going underneath the whole braid. And then I kind of want to point out, because I'm not going to let the footage run through me doing the whole back, I do the middle section and then work my way down, just because sometimes I've found if you're doing crochets and you start from the bottom and you fill the bottom up, you kind of run out of hair once you get to the middle, and so you can't close the spots. So I go ahead and do the middle, and I kind of do it spaced out, so that way when I'm done, I go ahead and look at the back of my hair and see if there's any spots, because I don't like when my cornrows are showing in the back. It just does not look right. So I use the remaining locks that I have, or any other crochet hair that I have, just to kind of fill in those holes. So I would suggest starting with the middle. Don't do it too tight and close together, but fill up the middle and then work your way down, because no one can really see the back. But you don't want to leave too much hair space in the back, because it's going to look real funny when your hair is like down. And so here I am. I'm actually done with the back, and I am filling in those holes like what I was explaining to you guys. I'm just kind of filling around to see if there's any spots to put my last crochets on, and I've looked in the mirror just to kind of see where those blanks. As you guys can see where my pinky finger is, I need to fill that piece, so I will do that. Alright guys, and this is the finishing product. Here's the back. You guys can't see any parts because I made sure I filled those in. Yeah, and this is how I typically wear my hair. Either high up or to the back. If you guys like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.